There's a set of teachings that have influenced philosophers, scientists, and spiritual traditions for generations. They're known as the Hermetic Principles. Over the past series of videos, I've explored these principles through the lens of the modern man, not as abstract philosophy, but as practical tools for living with greater truth, awareness, balance, and self-leadership. Let's bring them together. The first Hermetic principle is the principle of mentalism. It teaches us that the universe is mental, that our thoughts shape the way we experience our reality. For men, this starts with learning to observe the mind, rather than being controlled by it. Your inner narrative matters most. The second principle is correspondence. As within, so without. Your outer world mirrors your inner state. Everything is connected if we zoom out or zoom in far enough. If there's chaos within, it will appear outside in your reality. If there's clarity inside, this will shape your world. The third principle is vibration. Everything is in motion. Your physical health, your thoughts, your emotions, and even the words you speak carry a specific frequency. Your state of being influences how you move through your life. The fourth principle is polarity. What we call opposites are simply different degrees of the same thing. Fear and courage, love and hate, confidence and doubt. Understanding polarity reminds us that we can consciously move along the spectrum rather than feeling trapped at one extreme. The fifth principle is rhythm. Everything flows in cycles. Everything rises and falls. Motivation comes and goes. The goal is to rise above the plane of reaction and into creation, to create balance and flow. The sixth principle is cause and effect. Nothing happens randomly. Our actions, habits, and decisions create consequences. When a man understands this principle, he stops living as a victim of his circumstances and begins taking responsibility for the direction of his life. And finally, the seventh Hermetic principle is gender. In Hermetic philosophy, gender refers to the creative forces present in everything, the projective and the receptive, the active and reflective. Creation requires both, and true strength comes from integrating these forces within ourselves. When we step back and look at all seven principles together, they form something powerful, a key for greater self-awareness, a key for personal growth, and ultimately a key for becoming a more integrated and authentic man. This is what authentic alpha is all about. Not domination, not ego, but truth, awareness, balance, and self-leadership. And the journey of learning these principles is really just the beginning.